2 out of 10. Gross, hard, chewy.
I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you all!
I'm not even up close to it right now. It's insane. Oh, good morning everyone. It is currently the day after Christmas. It's still holiday season. So I haven't explored any of the resorts pretty much for the holidays. So we're gonna do the Monorail loop. Now back in the day, it used to be super easy to go explore the resorts. You could just pull up security and say, hey, I wanna explore. But now it's a hassle. So you have to park at the TTC and then hop on the monorail. All right, here we go. So the only way you can really explore the resorts is if you have a dining reservation, which are very hard to get now, you're staying at the resort, or you know somebody there. The only guaranteed ways to get to the main resorts is taking the monorail. Here we go. The Florida Dirty Diaper Bandit strikes again. Now our first stop of the day for the holiday tour, we are at the Contemporary. They have a giant Christmas tree out right now. Now they put this out every year. This thing is massive. I love when it lights up during the nighttime because you can spot it from like a mile away. Now in the years past, they have a gingerbread house inside the Contemporary. I know they have one at the Grand Floridian. We're gonna end with that one. Let's see what holiday offerings they have. Again, if you're indoors anywhere on Disney property, you have to wear a mask. So let's rock and roll. Okay, we have garland. Oh, they have switched the signs. This used to be where it would say Disney's Magical Express. Now it's just airport shuttle. Now you're gonna have to pay for the shuttles. It's actually quite pricey to get from the airport to here. So I do kind of miss that service is now gone. All right, let's go in. Oh, they replaced the Contemporary carpets with Walt Disney World. Yeah, they have a Christmas tree in the lobby. It's ornate. When I look at it, I don't see Contemporary. I just kind of see, I don't know, Ross or like Home Goods. Now I love all the Mary Blair artwork that they have in the lobby, right? But it's kind of like wallpaper, and the wallpaper is starting to like peel off and bubble a little bit. I was wondering if you could help me today, sir.
Hey!
Look at you in your new little outfit. You look so snazzy. Hi, Keith. Where can everyone meet you now? You're no longer a Cosmic.
No, I'm over at Disney's Contemporary Resort at the main lobby, first floor. Or you can see me over at Bay Lake Tower. Saying welcome home, our DVC members.
They refurbed the entire lobby, so this is the new area where the kids can sit and watch their cartoons. Now it's all this like modern design in here. They have some seating areas now. The lobby, it used to go, like the front desk used to be just a lowered ceiling and just this giant wall. So now it's a lot more opened up and welcoming, so you can talk to Keith right over there. Now they have all this artwork. I'm guessing this is California Grill. Yeah, there's the check-in for California Grill. I wonder if this is concept art for what it was supposed to look like. There's normally a giant like Cinderella gingerbread house here. I guess they didn't bring any of it back, and they would normally be selling gingerbread that you could buy and eat here. And there's really nothing going on at the Contemporary. They put up kind of a generic Christmas tree and a couple of wreaths, and that's about it for Christmas. Sad. Well, I came over to Contempo Cafe, and it looks like they do have some sweet treats that you can purchase. It's just kind of a generic gingerbread man, a contemporary house. I do kind of like that you get a white chocolate monorail. I was just incredibly sad. We're hopping over to go to the Polynesian now. Like one Christmas tree in the lobby and a couple of Christmas wreaths and the main Christmas tree outside, but I should feel like I'm immersed and just like smothered in Christmas. And you have to kind of like really kind of look for Christmas here. Now I have not been to the Polynesian since they like refurbed it. So this is the new monorail platform. They have some Christmas wreaths here. What do they have? I see a Christmas tree over there. A massive Christmas wreath outside the elevators, and in the Ohana waiting area they have a Christmas tree, and this is themed. Alright, so we went down to the bottom part where you would walk into the lobby. I'm loving the new entrance. The water fountains and waterfalls are much larger. They have wreaths, and they all feel like they're themed for the Polynesian, just not like the generic one like the Contemporary has. Now over here, they always have this giant Christmas tree here, and it's filled with like fish and the wonderful flowers. And the gift shop here, they've had a garland everywhere around the tikis. Giant wreaths everywhere in this gift shop. They had a giant wreath around this tiki guy as if he was wearing it. Everywhere you look in this lobby, they just have garland hanging from the ceiling. These are like new mannequins to show off the clothing. They have like a design on it. And I think this sign is really cool. It's got the Maui, his eyes are glowing. It says Disney's Polynesian Resort celebrating the 50th. I like that sign. And then there's a little Olu plush right there. It's like a retro Mickey.
Here we are, as in golden days, happy golden days of yore.
Okay, so at the Polynesian at Pineapple line was incredibly long, but after waiting like 30 minutes, I do want to say this is picture perfect. The cast member named Rachel made it. 10 out of 10 on the presentation. It looks so good. Little Olu is so cute. There's like pop rocks in it, so I hear it popping. I got the resort exclusive Olu Mel float. So it's gonna have Dole Whip lime float with a Olu white chocolate medallion with strawberry popping candy, so pop rocks on top. I always enjoy their lime flavor. It's just so tart and sugary. Get like a slight little aftertaste of strawberry from the pop rocks, but not that too much. Okay, this is what happens when a Dole Whip exposed to too much gamma radiation. It's pretty solid. Okay, I always love the lime flavored like Dole Whip. So good, 10 out of 10. Love the design, love the taste. If you're not a fan of like sweet tart lime, I wouldn't go with it. Go like the standard Dole Whip, but since I love lime, so good. Now over here is where the Spirit of Aloha dinner show was. I believe it's not coming back. I don't know what they will replace it with someday. But... All right, walking over to the Grand Floridian now. I really enjoyed the decorations that they had at the Polynesian. I think it added a festive flair. They had live music. They had a specialty resort Christmas exclusive dessert, which was really good. Contemporary was just like... What was going on? Just not too much decorations, nothing really special, no giant gingerbread house. There's a gingerbread house at the Polynesian, but you still get that Christmas like aloha vibe going on in there. Where I feel like it's worth it. I feel like the Polynesian is pretty much back to normal, except for the dinner show that's not open. All right, it's time to go to the Grand Floridian. This is the grand finale. They brought back the gingerbread house like always. Let's go see it. Taking days like this where you can just kind of like enjoy yourself at Disney, it's worth it. If you've never done it, just take a day off from your Disney vacation or your trips and just grab some food, do some exploring. Like, come on, look at that view. Amazing. All right, let's pop into the DVC portion of the Grand Floridian first, see if they have any decorations. They have some lights and Christmas music playing with the Christmas wreaths. There's some trees over here. Oh, I'm liking this. And some little nutcrackers around the chocolate statue. Here's the Mary Poppins Penguin Fountain. And it looks like they're doing some refurb on some of the rooms. All right, here we go. Into the Grand Floridian. I'm loving this welcome in right now. I wish you guys could see this in person. It looks great. Now this is what I'm talking about. Like I said, they have 2 Christmas trees welcoming you in. And they're all decorated. Some swan, all in love. They put all sorts of decorations in the gift shop. Oh my gosh. Oh my, the vineyard vine. That's good. They have mini Christmas trees here on like the little kid's couch. But it's got a little drummer teddy bear. This tree is just so massive. Now they still have 1900 Park Fair closed. Now let's head upstairs and get a better view. They have lights and garland lining the entire way up. These giant wreaths everywhere with swans. Here is the famous gingerbread house that they build. Now there's a store actually inside the gingerbread house. Let's see how many ingredients there were. It says 1,050 pounds of honey, 140 pints of egg whites, 600 pounds of powdered sugar, 700 pounds of chocolate, 800 pounds of flour, 35 pounds of spices, tons of creativity, Disney magic, and pixie dust. And there is so much detail in this gingerbread house. And I know there's a ton of like hidden Mickeys that they hide. This is massive. This might be the most detailed one they've ever made. It's gigantic. The entire lobby just smells like gingerbread. There's little hidden Mickeys everywhere. There's like an opening to the inside, and they have a mini Christmas tree up there. Right above the register. They have the 50th anniversary, like a medallion up there. Because everything looks beautiful and breathtaking like how it normally is at the Grand Floridian, right? For Christmas. But I'm like, something just doesn't feel right. And I was thinking about it. There'd be the whole band here, the Grand Floridian band playing, and it was so lively and poppin', and you're just in the spirit. And sometimes there's the guy playing the piano, but I think it's only on certain days and certain times, but the band would always be playing like every night, it felt like. And it just brought so much synergy to like the holiday atmosphere. And by taking that band out, that's what was missing. It just felt like something's not right. It looked great, but it didn't feel like how it used to. Contemporary is just kind of sad. There's no reason to go visit the Contemporary for the holidays unless you want to go visit Keith at the front desk. Not really too many Christmas decorations, nothing special that made it special. The Polynesian felt the most normal to me. You know, they had the special treat and everything was decorated and themed to the resort. And they had like some live music playing, and it just felt happy and fun and like how the Polynesian always felt. And then when you come here, it's just kind of like, it was different. So let's try our super expensive gingerbread. Okay, I feel very cheated right now. So this isn't made by Disney. I thought this was made by Disney. Why am I paying these crazy prices if it's not made by Disney? It's made by Selma's. I believe the shingle is made by the Grand Floridian team down in the bakery below. I don't want to eat a gingerbread man that I could buy anywhere. He smells very gingerbready, which is good, but let's compare the two. Very mediocre. 5 out of 10. Not bad, but it's just very disappointing and mediocre. Okay, now let's try the Grand Floridian shingle. So on the back, it's got dark chocolate. Okay, here we go. It's good. I really enjoy the dark chocolate. The top is like very spongy, but it's almost like trampoline-y, right? It's kind of a bad way to describe it, but it's kind of like squishy, but not squishy. It's like squishy and hard, squishy and hard. When it comes to gingerbread, sometimes it's just too potent, just too gingery and too in your face. I really don't even taste too much gingerbread going on. It's literally like night and day between the two gingerbread in terms of like quality. I think we'll do for the shingle, I think I'll do like a 7.5. I think it's good, but it's, I don't know, not game-changing or groundbreaking. I really enjoy the dark chocolate. So on that note, it is time to go to Animal Kingdom now. And then we'll be going to Epcot later tonight. We have to go to Animal Kingdom first, is because the Disney reservation system, there's only Animal Kingdom open, so we have to clock into Animal Kingdom, and then we're allowed to then park hop after that point, because it's after 2 or 3, to then go to Epcot. So yeah, let's go. Now they always have this giant Christmas tree as you walk into Animal Kingdom, and I love the stuff that they have underneath the tree. They have a bunch of little Easter eggs. They have Eeyore, Tigger, Piglet, Jiminy Cricket, one of the giraffes from The Lion King, Turk on an ornament. You have Stitch as the conductor for the Eastern Railway, Baloo's as a chair. They have Nala and Pumbaa and Rafiki on some blocks, and they have a bunch of like animal masks inside the tree. It almost reminds me of the Lion King on Broadway mask.
They're all set, thank you.
We see the tree of life. Beautiful sunset going on right now. There's this wonderful like pink hue behind the tree of life right now. Tony and Maria be like, I have just met you and I love you. They have these like lanterns of all these animals, and they even have one for the relatives of Earl the squirrel right there. We're gonna hop into the merch shop, see if there's anything new real quick. And they got some new Lion King merch. The Lion King, the pocket. It's kind of like a thicker fabric feel. On the sleeves it says Animal Kingdom. It's only $45, which is honestly pretty cheap. It's like a lightweight hoodie. I like this. Anything on the back? Nothing on the back. Little design on the hood. They have these weird like purse pouches. It reminds me oddly of like Leatherface for some reason. They have a bunch of Encanto merch. They have a lounge fly of the house from Encanto, 85 bucks. Then they have the toucan from the movie. They have some ears. I like the designs on them. Then they have Family is Everything. Are they coming for Universal's brand right here? They have this like little kid fuzzy jacket. And of course it wouldn't be Disney merchandise without a mystery pin set. Then they have a limited release one of the main character. Dresses, a doll of her. I know they have a meet and greet with her at Disneyland. I wish we got a meet and greet with her here. Not too much merch for Encanto, unless you're like a kid. Pretty much all kids merch. If you're an adult, there's the ears and the lounge fly. That's about it. Here's a Tree of Life ornament, and it's only $100. Lord have mercy. It almost looks like a spore or a mushroom and not the Tree of Life. Since we have paid the troll toll and checked into Animal Kingdom, it's time to go to Epcot now. Let's hop over to Epcot. Oh, now we are at Epcot. So I have not been to Epcot in probably like 3 or 4 months, so I haven't seen any of this new stuff, the new projections, the new nighttime show. I don't think I'll be watching Harmonious today. But yeah, I didn't go to Food and Wine at all. Now, currently Festival of the Holidays, so I'm excited to try that. All those new food offerings. Andy is performing in Candlelight tonight. We're excited to see him do that. I have not seen these new lights that were added to Spaceship Earth, and holy crap. I'm not even up close to it right now. It's f***ing insane. This is probably the best thing they did for all the 50th for Disney. Y'all, look at this. Look at the light shimmer. This is one of those things you just gotta see it in person. It doesn't look as good on video, but it is breathtaking. Now there's like these little sparkles reflecting off the light in the pavement right here. But man, just look at that. I love the retro fountain that they brought back. I can't wait to see the different lighting effects that they have throughout the night. Then they have these blue lights with a fountain coming out of the fountain change. The lights surrounding the fountain changes. The lights around the whole entrance change to match with Spaceship Earth. Over by the Starbucks in the bathrooms, when we go into our first food stand, this was one of my favorite ones from last year. Mela Maliki Maka. They have this wonderful pulled pork. They switched over the cast members' costumes to this like mint green polo that's untucked. I'm not a fan of it. Well, I used to work here and we had like this wonderful like tacky flag colored shirt. It was so ugly, but I loved it. And the mint color just kind of looks like a mint, I don't know, like a milkman or for some reason. So we're gonna be getting the Kahlua pork to be served with purple sweet potatoes and a mango salsa with pulled pork. Now let's try this. This Kahlua pork was like my favorite thing last year. I gave it like a 10 out of 10. I automatically ordered a second one. I got purple potatoes, pork. Oh man, that's perfection right there. The potatoes are just, oh, so good. Then you get the mango. Super tender, flavorful pork. The potatoes are just light and fluffy, and it's a little bit of a different tang compared to a normal potato. Then you get this like sweetness and citrus flavor from the fruit on top. 10 out of 10. If you're here, you need to get this. You get like a hefty portion size with that. It's worth the $5.25. The line for fish and chips goes all the way back there. Mary Poppins is meeting over there. They even have Jasmine out meeting people right now. I'm so glad they brought performers back, not to the full extent, but I'm glad there are meet and greets within the parks now. Kind of. Now Harmonious actually looks great right now because it's dark and you can't see it. The American holiday table right now. It's time to start the cookie stroll. First off, we're in America. This is always my favorite cookie. It's the crinkle cookie. This one always kind of tastes like the burnt edges of a brownie. It's the best crinkle cookie they've had, I think, in years. I love that they add a little piece of Dove chocolate on top. So when you bite into it, it kind of gives this like creaminess of chocolate that mixes with kind of like the dryness from the crinkle cookie. 8 out of 10. Our next stop of the night is at Tuscany Holiday Kitchen. Now when it comes to all this food in Italy, it's just overpriced and kind of mediocre, but every now and then a blind squirrel finds its nut, and there's something good. So let's see how this first ravioli is. A wonderful flavor to it. Yeah, 7.5. Not terrible, but not life-changing. Then there are these, I don't know what these are. They're like raviolis, but they're in marinara sauce. There's cheese inside, I think. I like that better than the first one. That's probably like 8.5. All right, time for our next cookie in Germany. There's just a couple people. We're gonna fight off all these crowds for the Bavarian Holiday Kitchen right there. Is that good? I don't even remember what's in a Linzer cookie. I think it's like fruit filling and there's nuts or something on top, or maybe that's someone's handprint. I don't know what that is. Let's go in for it. And that's a jam-filled cookie and powdered sugar on top. It's better than the other years. Other years it was so hard. They'll do like a 7 out of 10 on this. We just had the pork schnitzel, also from Germany. 2 out of 10. Gross, hard, chewy. I think the presentation looked okay. I didn't take a picture of it though, but not very good. Here comes the talent. Here's all the cast members coming through who are going to be singing for the Candlelight. I don't see him yet. I'm looking for Andy. Oh my god, there's so many of them. They just keep coming and coming and coming. Andy's here somewhere.
You'll hold up, we've got a choir coming through.
I didn't see him, but Andy's somewhere in there.
So I want you.
We're some of the first people in. There's the dining package over there, which sold out like immediately. And then, so Allison waited in line for like an hour plus. You have to wait here an hour plus to get a good seat here, or else you're gonna be looking through trees. All right, so we're here for Andy.
Here we go, go, go.
This is the seat that we got for waiting for an hour. Andy's gonna be right there. The problem about this like a little arena, right, is there's all these goddamn trees and they're in the way. I don't know why they're not little saplings anymore, they're gigantic. So anywhere you sit, you're gonna get this horrendous view of a tree. I think they should cut them down and just extend the overhang and just make it like that. The further you get back, the more trees you have to deal with. So watch Andy be right there. Okay, so the presenter tonight is Jodi Benson, the voice of Ariel. Andy's really good friends with her, so it's kind of a good bonding experience for him to be here singing and her being the guest speaker. Try to zoom in around the tree.
Most of you know that Walt began this tradition of candlelight processional at Disneyland over 60 years ago, right? I know for me, I've been in the parks today just living it up with my family, doing Everest expedition, front row and back row, thank you. And so I need to take a deep breath. Can you tell how excited I am? So I want you to do this. Take 1 second to take a deep breath, right? Calm ourselves down. We're going to enjoy this time together. Look to the left, look to the right, to the people that are with you, and let's celebrate this season together. So here we go. stand where I'm standing because it's absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for joining us at Candlelight Processional 2021. And on behalf of my family and I, we just wish you all the most amazing holiday season, filled with lots of love, lots of joy, and lots of peace. And you know, looking out over everyone here, you all have been through so much in the last 2 years. Lots and lots of stuff has gone on. There's two things I've really learned from myself and from my family that I'm going to pass on to you. Number one, I'm trying to learn how to love others really well. Love others well. Deem one another more important than myself. And number two, really simple but so huge, is to be kind. Everything that we're going on right now is to be kind. And these are the things that I am carrying with me this holiday season. I just wanted to pass that on to you. My family and I send you so much love. And however you choose to celebrate, just really savor the minutes with your loved ones. So, 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 so precious. And find that love, find that joy, find that peace during this holiday season. Thank you for having me back as your narrator, and thank you for allowing me to be part of your world for all these many years. God bless you.
Go on stage. Wow, stop it.
Congratulations.
Guys, I love you. 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 I love you all endlessly. How did I get so blessed to have you guys in my life?
You were breaking glass out there with that voice.
Was the gas shattering? I mean, like.
Hit a high note for us. Hit a high note.
All right, we are heading out right now. Here's a look at Spaceship Earth and a giant construction wall.
Okay, everyone, we are home. Let's talk about our adventure-filled day. First off, I want to say the cookies are a lot better this year for the cookie stroll than in years in the past. They were super fresh and different and unique a little bit. Andy, good job, man. You did a great job for Candlelight. We're so proud of you. If you've never done Candlelight, and if you ever visit Disney during the holidays, you need to go to Epcot and see the Candlelight processional because it's truly just kind of like a magical experience. Now, the one thing that I really didn't like is how the seats are set up now. So there's a thing called like the dining package. You have to pay for this like bundle to get a good spot at Candlelight, and I would say now more than half the theater is the dining package. So we waited around for, you know, like an hour and a half, and this is the view that we got. Back in the day, you could, you know, wait it out and then get a wonderful spot, but now it's pretty much, in order to get a decent spot, you have to pay for the dining package. There's no longer just waiting and getting a good spot. You gotta pay to play now because they have it like all roped off. So it's pretty much dining package, rope, and then you're in the tree line. So any standby viewing area is, you're gonna have those wonderful Groots hanging out with you during the Candlelight processional. Now let's talk about the gingerbread situation. So if you've ever been to the Grand Floridian, for the holidays they have the giant gingerbread house and they sell gingerbread inside the house, right? And it's marketed as if it was all made in the bakery downstairs. But when I found out it was made from that other company, I was kind of very confused on that. The one Shingo, I believe, was from Disney, and it did taste a lot better than the other one. I just thought it was kind of a weird marketing tactic. The holiday stuff isn't as good as the years in the past, but you know, it's still an enjoyable experience doing the resort hopping on the monorail and seeing all the different decorations. Okay, let's also talk about the Spaceship Earth new lighting package. It is insane. You have to see it in person. The video does not do it justice at all. It is truly breathtaking. I don't know why it took so long to put like a lighting package on Spaceship Earth, but I'm glad it happened. I honestly think it's the best offering out of everything that they've had for the 50th anniversary. Now, I haven't seen any of the nighttime shows, but people haven't said really anything good about them. I still have to go see them and review them for you guys later. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you haven't already, join the family because I will keep you up to date on all things Walt Disney World and theme park. Okay, guys, I love you all. Please stay safe. Happy New Year's, and I'll see y'all very soon. Bye.
This is a design flaw, Disney. So I'm trying to figure out how to make it flush, right? There was no button here on the motion sensor. That wasn't working. You have to literally, this looks like part of the plumbing. This is what you push it.